Hey everybody, CVH here, and today we're going to be talking about the monthly reward card for Elder Scrolls Legends for the month of June 2017. It was just revealed by Bethesda, and as you longtime viewers will know, what I like to do every month is just sort of give my first impressions on it, much like I do for the revealed cards from expansions like Heroes of Skyrim, which you should check out as well. But just focus on the monthly reward card itself, talk about how it may or may not impact the meta, whether or not I think it'll be good, whether or not it might impact Arena, who knows, and talk about some of the design and implications for the future of different decks. This month we have Conjuration Tutor, another intelligence card, 6 magic, a 3/3, with summon, shuffle 3 lava Atronachs into your deck, and when you summon an Atronach, summon a copy of it to the other lane. So, pretty interesting card already. You can see the lava Atronachs on screen. While the 6 magic, a 3/3 is obviously pretty poor on curve stat-wise, the effect is potentially very powerful, very reminiscent of Ungolem with the Brotherhood Assassins that it shuffles in, and the lava Atronachs, while not as objectively insane as the Brotherhood Assassins that cost 1 and have 3/3 lethal and cycle you a card when you play them, 7 magic, a 8/8 breakthrough guard ward, that's definitely way above curve, definitely what you'd expect for a 7-drop. And this card, while it is a 7 cost and susceptible to more removal than the Brotherhood Assassins are usually if they're played early, such as Piercing Javelin, Leaf Lurker, Belligerent Giant, still, if this card is managing to stick, it's going to be really, really annoying for your aggressive opponents and really, really threatening against your slower opponents. So I have this page up in the collection because I wanted to mention that the last time we saw an intelligence monthly reward card for Legends, it was Battle Reaver of Dusk all the way back in November 2016. And interestingly enough, it was also a 6 magic creature, and it was also a 3/3 stat-wise. So summon, give friendly creatures +1/+1 for each keyword they have. Way, way, way worse on first glance than the Conjuration Tutor. Yeah, it impacts the board immediately, which usually gives, definitely some benefits in my eyes. However, Battle Reaver of Dusk was possibly one of the worst monthly reward cards they've given us so far, saw absolutely no play after the first day when people realized it was pretty garbage. So hopefully we can see a 6 magic, a 3/3 intelligence monthly reward actually change some things, and I think we might have that with Conjuration Tutor. The first thing we should do is check and see what Atronachs are available to get off of the effect, or not to get off the effect, but to really take advantage. So we have High Rock Summoner gives random Atronachs to you, so if you're playing this card in the deck with Conjuration Tutor, it could be pretty good. Dark Rift, it was mentioned in the spoiler article that if you can play Conjuration Tutor, align it so you are also playing it on the turn where your final Dark Rift usage is happening, you will get 2 Storm Atronachs, because right now it just spawns 1 to a random lane, now you'll get 1 in both lanes, which is pretty absurd. So maybe we see a resurgence in Dark Rift. Maybe that was one of the reasons they nerfed it from 2 to 3 magic a long time ago. They were planning on printing this card, and they were like, we can't have that in every single intelligence deck, can we? But maybe we see some more Dark Rifts because it's kind of been written off by a lot of people. Breton Conjurer, besides Supreme Atromancer, the most played card that we can see in front of us. So if you can play Conjuration Tutor and a Rapid Shot on a Breton Conjurer that you already have on the board or something like that, 2 Frost Atronachs, that's pretty damn good. Mage's Guild Retreat, it's horrible, and it's likely going to be horrible forever even with this card, but Supreme Atromancer, obviously, this is the crazy one, right? Because if he plays Supreme Atromancer after you have Conjuration Tutor on the board, that's kind of a stretch because unlike the other cards we mentioned, you have to play Conjuration Tutor and then it has to live until you play Atromancer, so Conjuration Tutor on 8, and then they have to not kill it, and then you have Supreme Atromancer on 9, but if you do, then you get 4 Flame Atronachs because you're already getting 1 in each lane, and then Conjuration Tutor gives the other 1 in the other lane, and the other one, yeah, so you get 4 Flame Atronachs with the Atromancer, and, we all knew Atromancer needed a buff, so it's perfect for us, right? There's even some Atronachs in Endurance, but none that I think will see way more play thanks to this card. Iron Atronach just too slow, Flesh Atronach just too slow. Obviously, duplicating either of these is absolutely batshit insane, so I'm not trying to tell you guys that it's not powerful. I just don't think it's enough to make these cards playable, but on the whole, we have seen a few cards in Intelligence that work quite nicely. The already playable Supreme Atromancer and Breton Conjurer, and the moderately playable High Rock Summoner and Dark Rift potentially. We might see some decks trying to really take advantage of this card. I don't think I could blame them for that. The other big piece of synergy this card has, and that was also referenced in the spoiler article by Bethesda, is Altar of Despair. I've given Altar of Despair some flack in the past, even though I've played the deck on and off. It's sort of a meme card as a meme deck, the card just being a little bit too slow, and the deck just running a lot of creatures that aren't very efficient just to get the Altar procs, because if you don't have the correct level of creature, the correct cost of creature to search with Altar of Despair, it gives you a sweet roll, and that's obviously bad, so you have to play creatures at every single Magicka cost. And that means you see a lot of cards like Kinral Burglar, Wild Beast Caller. Wisp Mother's actually pretty good in the list, so I don't want to hate on that. Let's see what else costs 7. Chorus Reaper, you don't even see that really. But the 6s and 7s are always kind of awkward for Altar of Despair. And what this card does is it gives you 6s and 7s with one card, because with Altar of Despair, you're obviously searching your 6 cost before you search the 7 cost. That's just how Altar works. So you don't even really have to have 7 costs in your deck. Now, I don't think those decks won't want to play Wisp Mother, because if you look at the Altar of Despair Assassin list, for example, the whole deck works very well with Wisp Mother. But Altar of Despair allows you to not really lean so heavily on the cards that are already in your deck, because the Conjuration Tutor is going to be shuffling those Lava Atronachs in, and then you get a really, really powerful 7-drop, objectively way more powerful than any other 7-drop you can currently search with Altar. So this is definitely a buff to Altar of Despair decks, and I think it's something of a substantial one. It's not often that you see one card interjected into a deck or interjected into the game that can really change how a deck operates, but this is a card that I think really, really helps the deck. It frees up some space in the deck construction, allows you to run more different cards that don't really feel awkward without Altar of Despair searching them out, and it just gives you a really powerful series of plays. And you can also play the Conjuration Tutor in an Altar of Despair deck with some of the other cards we mentioned. You can also play it alongside the High Rock Summoner. Maybe you play Dark Rift too. I don't know, this is a card that you could really take a lot of advantage off of, and that makes it even easier too. Because if you have Altar of Despair going, and you High Rock Summoner a guy into your hand, you don't even have to really play the Conjuration Tutor, which costs so much and is what makes those other combos so inefficient. You can just Altar of Despair, win it finally after it searches the 5 cost. You just time your Altar of Despair 6 cost search with your Atronach summon from your hand, or with your Dark Rift proc if possible, or with your Breton Conjurer, or with your Atromancer. In an Altar of Despair deck, it allows you to time it perfectly, which, like I mentioned, the inconsistent part of the effect with the doubling of Atronachs is what kind of needs some consistency added, and Altar of Despair actually makes that more consistent. That said, the main benefit of the card, of course, is shuffling the Lava Atronachs into your deck, and I think that effect is pretty powerful. I don't know if it's objectively powerful enough to put it into a Control Mage deck or something like that. Even though you're increasing your threat density, it is a little inconsistent because you don't know if you're going to be drawing those cards, and the 6-drop 3/3 is a much heftier investment than Ungolem's 1 Magicka 1/1. That said, I think I'm really excited for this card because it's a card that actually looks like it could change how a deck that's really fun and loved by a lot of players, but I don't know, I couldn't really justify playing it too much in the past, but I think I'm going to give it another shot with Conjuration Tutor. So that's where I really think it could fit in, and possibly in some other decks as well that want to take advantage of High Rock Summoner, Breton Conjurer, Dark Rift, Supreme Atromancer, and we'll see what other kinds of Atronachs are introduced in Heroes of Skyrim, because while I'm recording this, we still know well under half of the entire set, which is coming out in a few days. So based on that alone, we could see this card get a lot better, maybe just stay the same if they don't release anything else that could have combos with it. But I do like the card. I think it's a well-designed monthly reward card, not completely game-changing for every single deck, but very interesting in a select few decks, and something I'm personally excited to test out. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Join the conversation in the comments, and let me know what you think about today's monthly reward card for June. Let me know if you think I've overrated it, underrated it, where are you excited to test this card in. And as always, if you've enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, and stay subscribed to the channel for more Legends content every single day, from card analysis to gameplay videos, all kinds of stuff. Follow my stream in the description down below, and I'll see you guys next time.